my friends. All right, I hope you're having a great day. Right now, we are going to start math lesson 151, and this is for Tuesday, April 28th. Now, to start off our lesson, I have a little question to ask you. Now, I'm going to show you these 4 pictures here in a second, but I'm going to read the question first. All right, here we go. Mr. Brown gave these directions. You listening? Draw a red square. Draw a green circle in the square. Which student followed his directions? I'll say it again. Mr. Brown gave these directions. Draw a red square. Draw a green circle in the square. So which student followed his directions? Was it Jack, Kenya, Juan, or Whitney? So remember, Mr. Brown said draw a red square and draw a green circle in the red square. So which one followed directions? Jack, Whitney, Jack, Kenya. This is Jack. This is Kenya. This is Juan, and this is Whitney. So who followed the directions? Correct answer would be correct answer is Juan. There's the red square with the green circle. All right, very good. That was just a little fun thing for you. Okay, so in our last math lesson, we talked about tally marks. And so if you notice on your paper in the front in section 1, you'll see some tally marks. And what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to count the tally marks. So I have one example up here on the board, and this is actually your first one on your paper. So ready? We're going to count each line. Each line counts as 1. All right, so let's count them together. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember the line that's through all the other lines that also counts as 1. So this is 5, 6, 7. All right, so you're going to write 7 because there's 7 tally marks. Now let's say you have this. Let me draw some more. How many would this be? Ready? Let's count them. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that would be 10. So you're going to have to count all of the tally marks and write the correct answer next to it. Now, if you notice in section 2, there's a number and then there's a box underneath the number. You're going to read the number and you're going to need to draw that many tally marks inside the box. So the first one is 5. So we're going to draw 5 tally marks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you could put another one over here, but to make it a little simpler, you're going to draw the line through to make 5. All right? And then the next one has 7. So if it were 7, let me erase the 5 here and put a 7. Here's 5, but we need 7, so it'd be 5, 6, 7. Okay, notice I put a little space in between the 5, and then I started the next segment, okay? All right, very good. And then section 3, you need to set the clock. Section 4, add the numbers together. And then, section 4, you might be adding and subtracting. Just follow the problem, all right? And then section 5, you're counting the money, and then you're writing the total. Now, if you look at section 6, there's a green, purple, and a green box. 2 green boxes and a purple box. The first green box, it says half of 16. Okay, so what's half of 16? Your choices are 6, 8, or 10. Then it says half of 12, 4, 5, or 6. And then half of 18, 9, 10, or 11. All right, so if we turn our paper over to the back side now, at the top, there you go. You get to draw more tally marks. Look at that. Draw the correct tally marks for each number, and then add the numbers together. Okay, and then section 2 on the back, you're writing the sums. You're adding the numbers. Remember, if the number is 10 or more, you take the number from the ones place and leave it, and then you take the number from the tens place and carry it over. All right. Now, section 3 is where we're going to be focusing on for today. All right, so we're going to go to this part of my board here. Now, you're either going to write greater than or less than, okay? So we're either going to write, let me see here. I'll put it here. We're going to write, let me erase this 1 second. So we're going to write this, or we're going to write this. All right, those are our signs that we're going to write today. Now, let's look at our first two things that we need to compare. So on your paper, 1 inch and 1 foot. Okay, so 1 inch, is 1 inch greater than 1 foot, or is 1 inch less than 1 foot? Well, let's think about this here. 1 inch, if you had a ruler, the 1 inch would just be about this much. And then 1 foot, how many inches are in a foot? The correct answer is 12. So 1 inch is less than 1 foot because 1 foot is more than 1 inch. Remember, the bigger side always points to the bigger amount. All right, let's go to 1 pint and 1 quart. You have 1 pint and 1 quart. Which one is more? Okay, now remember a pint, it's only just like a little tiny milk carton. That's 1 pint. And then 1 quart would be, let's see, I believe it's four of the little pints. So 1 pint is less than 1 quart. All right. Now next we have 1 yard and 1 foot. Now we looked at 1 foot before. Remember, 1 foot is only how many inches? It's 12. And then 1 yard, remember, Miss Williams has showed you the yardstick before. I actually have it here. Here we go. Here's my yardstick. Woo! It's big, right? So, is 1 yard more? Is it greater than 1 foot? Or is 1 yard less than 1 foot? Remember, 1 foot is only 12. I'm going to write this below. 12 inches. Now, 1 yard, remember, I said 1 yard is 3 rulers put together, and that's 36 inches. So is 1 yard greater than 1 foot, or is 1 yard less than 1 foot? The correct answer is 1 yard is greater than 1 foot, because it's more. This is 36 inches. This is only 12 inches, all right? So when you're doing stuff like this, you have to break it down to figure out what the measurements are or what the amount is, okay? All right, let me turn my camera here. There we go, hello. Now next, we have half a dozen and 1 dozen. Let me put my yardstick down here. There we go. Half a dozen and 1 dozen. Now, we know that how many are in 1 dozen? Do you remember? 1 dozen. If you had your dozen, your carton of eggs here, that would be 12. I'm going to put that in parentheses. Now, half a dozen. So half of 12. What is half of 12? The correct answer is 6. So, is half a dozen greater than 1 dozen, or is half a dozen less than 1 dozen? And the correct answer is half a dozen is less than 1 dozen, because this is 6, this is 12. See, the bigger side is pointing towards the bigger amount. All right, very good. 1 ounce and 1 pound. 1 ounce and 1 pound. Here we go. We have 1 ounce. and 1 pound. And the correct answer, 1 ounce, is less than 1 pound, because remember, there's 16 ounces in a pound, and this is only 1 ounce. So 16 is definitely more than 1 ounce. All right, and then the last one, 1 month and 1 week. Now, let's see here. How many days are in 1 month? Normally, there are either 30 or 31, okay? Now, how many days are in 1 week? Here's our days of the week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only 7 days in 1 week. So is 1 month greater than 1 week, or is 1 month less than 1 week? And the correct answer, 1 month is greater than 1 week. All right, so just a little look at your bottom part of your paper, and that's what we're going to do, which if you followed along with me, you could have filled it in as we were doing this, but that's okay if you didn't. You can always go back and try to figure it out on your own, or you can rewind this video and work with me again. All right, so make sure you finish the worksheet today, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Bye.